brand owned by an Indian company, Jaguar Land Rover has had quite a journey. But as it posts record sales, experts like Vinay Raghunath of Accenture believe that some of the credit does go to its parent, Tata Motors.
In this particular case, the Indian parent did give the JLR team independence both in terms of its product strategy as well as working out its geographic footprint. I think while there was supervision at the very top, the operational level team at JLR did get the space and the independence it needed to get its strategy right, both in terms of how it planned its product portfolio as well as in terms of how it targeted markets. If you look at the performance that JLR has delivered over the last couple of years, I think in this particular case what the Indian parent did was absolutely bang on.
But even as JLR seems to be on the fast track, it faces tough competition from some of the world's most iconic luxury car makers. And this means it will have to focus on some key areas.
While JLR has delivered significant volume growth and profitability over the last couple of years, I think there are quite a few areas which JLR should continue to focus on. Given the aggressive competition that JLR faces across the world, particularly from the large German firms, JLR must continuously invest in its products and technology to ensure that it meets not just the regulatory norms or the environment targets, but also the changing dynamics across both emerging markets as well as the developed world. JLR now operates in both markets and therefore has to meet the needs of consumers across segments. From a pure product and a process perspective, JLR was largely a UK-centric firm, and now with its geographic footprint having expanded, I think it will have to build those capabilities not just to get market insights and customer knowledge, but also translate them into offerings which will appeal to customers across the world. Finally, from a pure ecosystem perspective, as JLR expands, it will also have to develop that ecosystem of channel partners, financiers, network suppliers, which it can take along with it in the growth that it has envisaged across multiple markets.
But as companies like JLR and its peers expand across geographies, Vinay also believes that emerging markets will be their best bet.
You can broadly classify the luxury market into two baskets. You've got the developed world and the emerging markets. Clearly, China leads the pack when it comes to emerging markets and is definitely in the top 3 countries as far as most large car manufacturers are concerned. Brazil, Russia and India have also shown reasonable volume performance as far as the luxury car segment is concerned, and this trend will continue over the next few years. I think there's been a significant cultural shift in some of these markets in terms of just the sheer spending patterns of consumers, and with increasing disposable incomes, that has manifested itself in greater luxury goods sales, luxury cars being a pretty large segment there.
The biggest challenge for a company like JLR is going to be to keep pace with the growth. Catch the story on Inside India's best known companies at these times only on Bloomberg TV India.
Presented by Accenture, high performance delivered.